Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World with me, John Jordan. So we're with FIFA Rivals and I'm going to go through the NFT part of the game. So this is using the Mythical Market. This is a web-based interface, so at the moment at least you can't do this stuff within the game. I think some of this stuff will sort of come into the game with the quick swaps later on, but at the moment you just have to do this via the website. So you obviously log in with the same email you're using to log in to the app game that you've got through the app stores. And in this case, let's look at my inventory. So these are all the NFTs I've already got. So some of these are, most of these are players, some of them are not players, balls or boots or emojis or kits or something like that. But we're going to focus on players. I've started to put together a sort of what I think is a reasonable team. I'm not terribly good at the game, to be honest, but there we go. And we can see there's a few things that I've done. So I've got a few things that I'm selling, that sort of players that I bought early on and now trying to get rid of. Not going terribly well. I don't know if I'm going to get rid of these players if anyone's going to come in and buy them. But we can sort of see if I wanted to improve my team, what do I need to do? So the formation I'm playing is a 4-4-2. So I've got one goalkeeper here. So he's rated 78. Then you have 4 defenders and 4 midfielders in the way I'm playing, and 2 attackers, 2 forwards. So I have I don't have any players over 80. I have some players, 79, 78 for my goalkeeper, 79 for this defender, 75 for this midfield player, and down to sort of 73, I think, are the lowest ones here for these midfield players. So, and this striker. So it's sort of thinking about, I don't want to spend too much money, but I want to have the biggest impact I can have. So one obvious thing I could do is go, right, I definitely want the best goalkeeper I can get. So my goalkeeper's 78, so let's go for, what can I get if I'm going to increase by 2? So I can increase my power by 2, I'll be increasing my power by 6 here, or 5 here, but it's going to be $20 to get that, to get those goalkeepers. So think about, is 6 power worth $20? Obviously, the one thing about a goalkeeper is that's the one position. So if you're going to sort of get all your midfielders or all your defenders up to a certain level, then that's going to be, you have to buy 4 of them, so that's more expensive. So maybe to get the best goalkeeper is not a terrible idea. 84. But actually, my goalkeeper's 78. I've already bought a couple of goalkeepers and tried to sell other ones. So maybe what I actually need to do is look at forwards. So my forwards are actually in the 70s, the ones I have. So if I look for forwards who are over 80, we have Angel Di Maria and Luis Suarez still here. So some famous players from the Premier League, Marco, the older West Ham player as well. I think they're in the Saudi league at the moment. But I'm getting like players who are 83, so it's actually getting 10 more power than I've currently got. For actually 15, so that's sort of, in a sense, that's better than the goalkeeper. He's got 35 contract points, so that's pretty good. That's 35 games in him. This one's marginally better because they're getting 74, but is that worth $5? I'm not quite sure on that. So it looks like this one is probably the one I need to do. One of the issues here is I have 2 forwards, so basically I'm increasing the power of 1 forward, but my other forward is still going to be pretty rubbish. So if I wanted to go, what do I get for 78? So this is now getting much cheaper. So I could increase the power of my forward line. I get 2 of these for pretty cheapo. So that might be an interesting sort of other thing I could think about, if I could get 2 79s and getting that for much less. But I don't know. Let's go for that. So $14. So I think that's probably the one I would go for. So if I'm going to go to buy. So it's kind of showing me sort of going through the price. So these things are priced in the Myth token, and obviously this goes up and down. So the price of this changes all the time. So I don't have to pay a gas fee. This is the subtotal. There's no fee on the marketplace. I don't have anything in my wallet at the moment. I have 0. So to do this, I have to basically spend it all. And there's different ways of doing it. I won't go through that process, but you can do it with a debit card, which is how I do it, or you can do it with different sort of transfers from connected sort of accounts and that sort of thing. But let's just go through this. So you can see here, it reserves it for a certain period of time. I can use Apple Pay, debit card, Google Pay. Uphold is one of their wallets that they connect to, or an external wallet. If you had the Myth token in an external wallet, you could just pay through that. Obviously, these ones are doing it through sort of fiat payments. You're paying with dollars, or in my case, sort of pounds. So that's the way of doing it. I won't show exactly what I'm going to do here, but you sort of get the idea of what's going to happen. And it takes a bit of time for everything to go through, but there we can see in my inventory there is Angel de Maria, and I'm doing this by newest first, so that that's really showing up. And I've just bought him, wherever it was, 15, and it's interesting now. You can see I can instantly sell him if I wanted to. Obviously, I lose quite a bit of I lose a third of the value on that, but one of the things that Mythical Market does is for things that are sort of selling or have value, you can sell some of these things called an instant sale. So you sell them back. It still actually, even if I hit that, it still takes like four Myth tokens off for the fee. So this one here, I could sell him for 15, but I only get 11. So and see, some of these are just not saleable at all. This guy here, you just can't. They're not interested in him. So it's only some things you have this instant sale on, and you basically. In this case, if I instantly sold him, I'd get 2 Myth tokens. So it's in some degree, sort of, you have to think about whether it's really worth it or not. But for the more valuable ones, you can at least sort of, if you've really finished and just want to sort of sell them off and don't care really what price you get, you can do that with some of them. Some of the more valuable ones. With some of the other ones, they're sort of a bit useless. One of the things that will be coming in hopefully soon is quick sale. So a quick sale means you can combine a whole bunch of very low level players and sell them, effectively do a quick sale on them all, and then use that money to sort of buy a more expensive one. So it does a sort of a atomic swap. But even in that case, some of these players are just not sort of valuable enough to actually sort of figure in that situation. So just be aware, not all of these ones you can sell back, and obviously the price tends to drop over time because more people are creating these characters, finding these characters in the game and selling them off. So over time you get inflation of assets, and so these things become less and less valuable as everyone sort of gets more powerful. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you again soon.